be awkward. The first 90 days in a new community, the first year even, may be awkward. Show up awkward if you have to.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are honored that we've been able to create for you free access to over 700 Life's Inside Track episodes, where we share insider tips, making house home, building wealth wisely through real estate. Awkward. Why do it awkward?
Why do it awkward?
Yeah.
Because you may feel awkward. You're probably not awkward outwardly. The person that you're talking to probably doesn't think you're awkward.
Maybe, but
that's
maybe
an internal judgment.
Yeah, it can be, right? And I think when I say do it awkward, is like when you're integrating into a new community, or as Ken said in segment A, maybe you've been here for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but you never really integrated. You never became part of the community. Or maybe your community changed. Your favorite neighbors all moved away. And now because they're across town or in another city, you feel out of place again, even in your neighborhood. You know the neighborhood, you know the streets, but you don't know the people.
Right.
So follow some of the strategies we talked about in segment A, and then we're going to say, join a club. Go to the local pool. Go to a local church.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what happened for us when we first moved to the Ottawa area? Once we changed employment, we lost all our circle.
Yeah, it was about 8 years. We moved, maybe even longer. We moved to Ottawa. We had new employment, new employers. We had new employees. We were, started a family. Our family, closest family, was 5 hours away. And we never felt connected to the community. We didn't feel like we had a home. And we spent years applying for other jobs to try and get back to what was home, right? And then we went to church one day. And we tried a few different churches and never felt at home. And then we went into one and we were welcomed. We felt the Holy Spirit there. We felt like, and we didn't even know what it was. We just felt it. We felt that attraction, that desire to be there. And we started going regularly because regular is important. Somebody invited us over for lunch. We had a beautiful lunch with them, got to know them, got to know their kids and our kids started connecting. And suddenly we started to have a community family. Many of the people lived in the neighborhood that went to that church. And then what happened was we'd start going in the evening to some of those houses. And it wasn't many, maybe a year.
Yeah, it was months, really.
Maybe a year. We felt so integrated that we had no desire to move back to what we called home.
And so you can do that at any point. And it doesn't have to be a church. It could be the squash club. It could be, what's that new racquetball?
Pickleball, sweetie.
I want to call it wiffle ball.
It is a wiffle ball.
I know. And so I want to call it whiffer sport, but it's not. Anyway, pickleball. Anything that causes you to get outside of yourself and into community, and ideally local, closer to where you live, because then you're going to have the proximity to be able to continue to stay connected.
Yeah,
and even if you're not sure if you like a thing, do it for a little while.
Try it for a while.
30 days. Start with 30 days and see if you can't just make one or two nice connections, because it only takes one or two to change the entire vibe that you're feeling, to move you from feeling lonely to belonging.
Yeah, I'd like to move back to church again for a second, because sometimes people move in a community, and we help lots of people move, and they move, 20 minutes, 30 minutes away or whatever. And they keep traveling back for their church because it's familiar, but they're not connected in their local community because they haven't switched their church to the local church.
Okay, but we're not asking people to switch their church.
No, but what I'm saying is, recently our dear friends moved from Prescott to Canada, and they're they don't want to drive back to Prescott for church, because they want to find a church local where they can have small group and build a new community, right? So for them, it's important that they find a new church and develop that. And maybe you've moved and you're still doing the other because it's familiar, but you might feel out of place where you are. Right. I'm just saying it's an option to check out.
Yeah, it's one more way to potentially feel integrated in your community. And if you're thinking, should I have a move? How do I integrate? Do I want to integrate? Do I want to go through this whole process of moving? Book a clarity call. It takes 15 minutes, doesn't even take 90 minutes. It's 15 minutes for a clarity call. Just call Ken at 613-867-6058, 613-867-6058, or me, Yetta, at 613-863-6058, 613-863-6058.
Wow, write that down. She just gave out her cell number. All right, so here's a second tip, Yetta. Volunteer somewhere. Local food bank, local shelter, local resale store, whatever it may be. Yeah.
Store.
The brownies, the scouts, whatever you're involved in, whatever your kids are involved in, become the soccer coach, become the soccer trainer, or the administrator for your club or whatever. Just get involved where you show up consistently, regularly, and the relationships will develop.
Yeah, and maybe not the ones you expect, but you know how there's an energy often? You meet somebody and right away there's an energy vibe that feels really good. Lean into that. Don't feel that that's weird. Feel that that's a good thing and just move forward or lean in where the energy feels like you ought to lean in.
Yeah. You could even look on Eventbrite for local events. Some are free, and show up. And even if it feels awkward, commit that you're going to stay at least 30 minutes, right? Get a sense, get a feeling, whether it's a political party, it doesn't matter. Just get out, because to build a community, you got to get outside of your four walls in your house, right?
Because then you are building a community beyond your walls, right? Which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And we're just glad that we can open up options for you, because when your options are clear, your wisdom will flow.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.